Go time. Wrestling in the basement. Wrestling. It's the same thing I do for faked out trailer reactions, but just a different spin on it, right?
Yeah,
That's
worse
right.
spin.
It was a worse spin. Yeah, it was
Not
definitely
good.
a worse spin. Not my finest work, but it doesn't matter. It was the first 2 seconds. No one's watching it anyways.
Well, it's probably the reason you're not a professional
Singer?
music maker.
Musician?
Yeah.
Musician? Thor and Brian, Wrestling in the Basement. Basement Banner production. Elimination Chamber 2018 just finished moments ago. And it ran late this evening. It was a late pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like for most WWE pay-per-views, they end before 10.
Mm-hmm.
This one ran 10:20ish
Yeah, it was pretty late.
or so. So, well, we did watch a little bit of Raw Talk,
Yeah,
which was trash. But regardless, let's
what are you
unpack.
talking about? This is the match.
Although we did have the ominous John Cena, I'm gonna have to go outside WWE protocol.
Yeah.
ominous foreshadowing by the great one, John Cena. But so WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view 2018. Let's unpack this. Pre-show match was
You didn't write anything down.
the club versus
Mr. Raj.
Mr. Raj. I knew that. I was testing you. And the club was victorious.
Yeah, I think so.
Totally, they won. That's how awesome that match was. That's how descriptive I need to be with it. Yep. So when we get in the main show, let's just blow right through that. We started off with the women's elimination chamber match. I was surprised that they went with the women's first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wasn't after you see the rest of the card play out, because they kind of needed to bookend this pay-per-view with really good matches.
Yeah.
Because the middle matches, by no means bad, different qualities of meh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Different shades of meh.
Different shades of meh. But yeah, so the women's elimination chamber match, we had Sasha, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. Mickie James, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. Now, granted, it took 15 minutes for any wrestling to actually start. So the pay-per-view started at 7.
Right.
It was 7:15 before we had all 6 women in the ring and the bell rang. Pretty much Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Mickie James were out of there. Boom, lickety split.
Just done.
Because the whole wrestling only lasted about 30 minutes after the 15-minute build-up to the match. So the build-up was half as long as the match itself.
Right.
Interesting. Or not build-up, but the package and the intros, and you know what I fucking mean. Whoops. So then we had pretty much a triple threat match between Bayley, Sasha, and Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss is running from Bayley and Sasha. Bayley and Sasha are kind of beating up Alexa Bliss. Sasha finally turns on Bayley, which was awesome to see. They go back and forth for a little bit. Alexa takes advantage, pins Bayley. And then Alexa versus Sasha. Alexa gets the victory after doing a sick, what does she call her move? Like a bliss twist or something like that.
I didn't know she had a funny
it was
name
like
for
off
it.
the pod.
Yeah.
But then Sasha no-sells it, throws her in the bank statement. They roll into the to the ring, because for some reason in this pay-per-view you had to pin your opponent inside the ring, so you couldn't pin him on the edging.
Right.
It had to be in the ring.
Right.
That's stupid. It's really stupid. So yeah, Alexa retains, which is good. Alexa, Asuka, great, and maybe Nia Jax, find out momentarily. But yeah, so Alexa retains, great. Sasha versus Bayley for WrestleMania, great. We're checking all the boxes here. It's pretty much paint by numbers. Then we get the Bar versus Titus Worldwide. And right, you didn't do the worldwide with me. You're an asshole.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Thank you. Did you like that first match?
Yeah, I thought it was solid. The only thing was, like you said, those other 3 pretty much could have just not showed up, and it wouldn't have changed much.
Right. It was mainly just set up for what we knew was kind of coming, and a lot of what we hoped was coming with the Sasha Bayley stuff. And I'm okay with that, because the ends justify the means, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Mickie James got done a little dirty. But 2 of them are so new in their career, and Mickie James is just there to kind of bolster the roster, so it's fine that they didn't get the showing. Mickie James' outfit was dope though. She had the Wonder Woman, the Amazonian inspired ring gear. That was dope. But yeah, so then the Bar versus Titus Worldwide. Fuck you.
Oh, you didn't give me a signal.
Whatever. You knew it was coming. Don't even play with me. Weakest match of the night by far. Weakest match of the night. The Bar retains because, I mean, come on. It was Titus O'Neil and Apollo, who lost his last name and is now just called Apollo. Mm-hmm. So, not Apollo Crews. You got Apollo Crews shirt, you might as well throw that thing in the garbage. Because it's just Apollo now.
Gotta get your Apollo
He's
shirts.
one name, like Madonna or...
Prince.
Yep, them two. Or a Michael Jackson. So, you know, any of those.
One name.
One name. Bar retains. Then we get Nia Jax versus Asuka. I was not looking forward to this match.
Really?
Not really. No, because I knew Asuka was going to win, which she did. So it's 1-on-1, no triple threat.
Right.
But I'll be honest, I was really surprised with how good this match was. I mean, Asuka got her ass kicked for a good majority of this match and kind of stole this one. Mm-hmm, so it still made Nia look good, still made Asuka look good. The package that they've been showing for Asuka, though, about her 837-day run, 246 wins, I'm loving this. Please don't screw this up, WWE. And well, when we get to the Ronda Rousey stuff shortly, it's looking good that they're not going to mess it up, at least for now.
For now.
Who knows what will happen in the future, but for now, at least I'd say the next 2 months, we're pretty safe. For now.
She loses it to Rousey on Monday Night Raw.
On Monday Night Raw, the night after WrestleMania. God, please no. I could see that happening. Oh, shoot me if that happens. We'll be celebrating. Never mind. I'll get into that later. We'll be celebrating the night after WrestleMania on that Raw because it'll be spectacular, the celebration that will be had. We won't say that now. What happened next? Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Geez. The pay-per-view goes off the rails and everybody loses their mind.
Like
everybody. So, Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt start the match, and Bray kind of flashed and then showed up in the ring, but Woken Matt Hardy was gone, which was a nice touch. And then Woken Matt Hardy's like singing something from under the ring, and then shows up on the stairs and then jumps him. It was good. I like how they did it. It was a little cheesy, but I mean, what hasn't been with this match or with this build? You know what I mean? But yeah, this was a better match than you would expect with Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt, and especially better than any match they had leading up to this culmination, hopefully, match. But the crowd lost their shit. Rusev Day chants aplenty, beach balls aplenty. We want beach balls. Something about pizza, I think, at one point. The crowd just lost it.
Well, and the announcers were just gone.
The announce team lost it. You're a journalist. No, I'm not.
You're a journalist, right? No.
No,
you consider yourself a journalist, right? No.
Coachman was on fire. Jonathan Coachman was on fire tonight. The whole team.
He was just
the whole team.
Yeah.
Corey Graves.
No, what were we calling him? Something rotten.
Robbie Rotten.
Robbie Rotten.
Rotten. Corey Graves has blonde hair now, and it was the most distracting, awful thing.
He looks like he's made of plastic
of this pay-per-view. Worse than any match was Corey Graves' hair. Yeah. Corey Graves' hair was worse than the worst match of the evening, by far. By far, the thing I liked least of this pay-per-view is Corey Graves' hair. Please, God,
I would take
any other color
pay-per-view of Titus Worldwide matches over Corey Graves' hair.
Definitely a Titus brand pay-per-view. He could sponsor it and everything. Build that. WWE, book it. Then we got the Ronda Rousey stuff. So,
you didn't say who won? The winner of that off the rails match.
Woken Matt Hardy won. I don't know. Please just be done with this. Let's move on from that. Please, let's build towards something else. Bray Wyatt's lost. Woken Matt Hardy needs something better to do. The crowd, I think, legitimately hates Bray Wyatt at this point, which is why they were messing around so bad during that match. It legitimately, it felt like it.
It felt like Woken Matt Hardy was like trying to get the crowd to do that, and no,
he was trying to bring them back. And then every time they go off the rails, Bray would just look angry. Like he would look so mad that they weren't listening or not listening, but like paying attention. Then he kept trying to do like the follow the buzzards thing. So I don't think he does that anymore. I think he says something different now. But either way, I can care less.
Was getting so mad at one point. He like was shaking the stuff on the table.
Oh yeah, he like hit the table. That's right.
He was like actually, honestly. That's why part of me was like,
beach
is
balls
this like
piss wrestlers off. Don't be dicks fans and bring beach balls to wrestling events. Come on, we're better than that. We're not,
but it almost felt like it was like purposeful because of how like upset, I guess, is the best way to, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying, but I think.
And he kept, Woken Matt Hardy kept like trying to get the crowd to say stuff.
Well, no, he was, and because he was trying to bring them back from doing the. I mean, they didn't do a CM Punk chant, thank God, but the Rusev chant, the beach ball chants, he kept trying to bring them back with the delete chant or, you know, trying to re-engage them in the match. Yeah. But either way, it was a better match than the crowd let it be, which was disappointing on the crowd's part. Yeah. Then we get the Ronda Rousey stuff, which let's go through the good, the bad, and the so the good is she put Triple H through a table.
Oh, yeah.
The good is Stephanie McMahon slapped her hard in the face. The good was Kurt Angle finishing his kind of arc with Triple H and Stephanie by calling them out and telling Ronda that they were just trying to use her and that Stephanie said she could beat her, and Triple H said that she was like now they own her. Yeah, now we own this something. I don't know. It was good though. The way they pulled it off was good. The bad. The beginning part, you know, her coming down to the ring, and now her on the mic. Ronda Rousey was never a personality. Let's be real here. Ronda Rousey was a great MMA fighter, but she is no Conor McGregor. She is no magician on the microphone. She is no Thor Borger.
Yeah.
But no, it was painful. Watching her cut a promo was painful. And then they had some plants in the crowd who started a super loud Ronda Rousey chant, or just a Rousey chant. I can't even remember. And now they fully cover Rowdy Ronda Rousey because she got a smaller leather jacket. Props to her for finding a fitting leather jacket for this show instead of the triple XL, the one that she wore at the last one. I understand it was Rowdy's or his son's or something like that. I get it, but it looked ridiculous. But yeah, she signs her contract. We were really hoping Shane McMahon was going to come out because they said she's getting a match at WrestleMania, which is obviously now Triple H and Stephanie versus her and Kurt. Obvious. She kissed Kurt's ass a little bit, but I was really hoping for Shane to come out and be like, we'll offer you Charlotte versus you at WrestleMania. They also took some slight shots, I think, at Brock Lesnar. Oh, when Triple H was talking about her contract and not wanting any special treatment or special booking dates or special
like
cars
or
and you like it was not blatant. I mean, yeah, it was super blatant. Yeah, it was not like, you know, a little shade. Right. They were throwing full shade. But no, it started and then it got and then it finished like all right, I see what you're doing here, and I like it because I knew Triple H and Kurt Angle were gonna have a match. They were building that since Survivor Series in November. Okay, so I didn't want just a one-on-one between those two. Right. You insert Ronda Rousey, you insert Stephanie, you make it a mixed tag match, and I'm much more comfortable with that being on the WrestleMania card. It's a much better selling point, you know. And now let's see how we can fill that card out because we've got Shinsuke versus AJ, the Ronda match. What we'll get into next, and that's it for now. So, men's Royal Rumble, yes, men's Elimination Chamber match. 7 men in the Elimination Chamber for the first time. I did like the chamber this year. Yeah. They had a sweet WWE thing. They put more plexi on the sides for better view angles. I think it looked like they expanded the chain so it wasn't so condensed, so you could see in it better. Because that's kind of been some of the complaints about Elimination Chambers in the past is that if you're a fan in the crowd, it's trash like to watch. Yeah. You're better off watching it from the comfort of your own home, like these guys did.
Oh yeah.
So we started off with Finn in a sick blue getup with a sick blue jacket. I can't get over the blue.
We didn't start with Finn. He wasn't the first one out.
Finn, Seth, and Miz.
I thought you were saying he was the first one in there. I was like,
no. He was like the last one to enter. But we started with those 3 in the ring. So we had Elias, Braun, Roman, and Cena in the pods. And then the first one to come out, Cena.
Yep.
Then Roman comes out. Then Braun comes out. And everybody's still in the match at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone got to look good. And then Elias finally comes out. No one got eliminated before Elias.
No. Miz was done right Miz take before Elias got released.
So Braun eliminates Miz right before Elias gets released, but then Elias like shuts the door and just stays in his cage. Braun runs roughshod over legitimately everybody. Eliminates every single person. He eliminates, well, not every single person.
Oh.
Whoa. He eliminated Finn. He eliminated Seth. He eliminated Miz. He eliminated Cena. He eliminated Elias. So the final two, Braun Strowman and Roman mother effing Reigns.
Well, I think before we jump into those two, I think it's worth mentioning that the last person eliminated before it was just those two was Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yeah.
Because everybody's been saying, I mean,
from the Monday Night Gauntlet match and then what he displayed tonight, they had built him. I don't know what program he's going to have.
He is powerful right now. Even not holding any belt or not winning, whatever, it doesn't mean much when the dude's running such crazy, like he's working so hard.
They're finally rebuilding him the right way. You know what I mean? They're finally utilizing him the right way. And I think that was a necessity with Jason Jordan going down, Dean Ambrose getting hurt. We got this because they had to like change things on the fly, and it's working to perfection. Finn looked really good too. He was the second, no, he was the fourth man in, or like
yep. I know. What
yeah. He was the last guy before Seth. You know what I mean? But yeah, he looked really good too. So they all got to shine pretty much for the most part. Elias had a song in the beginning, but yeah, so everyone got eliminated except Roman and Braun, and you know what happened? Roman Reigns wins. The smile on my face is not because I'm really happy about this outcome. It's not. I would have rather seen Braun win. I would have. I much rather would have. But you knew it was coming. It was
instantly. Yeah. There was a point where literally the entire crowd shifted because Strowman had kind of like gotten hit and then like put himself in the ring. Like
he like fell back into the ring after taking a shot from Reigns.
But it was like obvious he had like forced himself into the ring, and it was basically the signal to the crowd like it's time for me to get pinned,
and
like,
they just started booing at that point.
It was like bah.
And then it was like 4 Superman punches and 6 spears, and then Roman ends up getting the victory. Braun beats him up afterwards, throws him through a pod, and the crowd's cheering the whole time. Vince does not care that you don't want this. Vince is telling you are getting Lesnar versus Reigns with no chance of a cash-in. There will be no triple threat. I mean, if you believe the rumors, Braun will be busy with The Miz, and there'll be other things going on. I can't wait for Monday night. But, man, this was super paint by numbers. Honestly, almost I literally think predicted every single winner tonight. It was easy to see, but it didn't lessen my enjoyment of this pay-per-view. I actually enjoyed this pay-per-view far more than I had expected to.
Well,
far more.
This close to WrestleMania, it's tough to throw a lot of twists into a pay-per-view just because the stories need to, because you only got a month to build anything that you twist.
Yeah, month and a half really to build, because April 8th is right around the corner. But honestly, the biggest twist of the night was the Stephanie Triple H Ronda stuff. Really, how they're going to intertwine. And that's a long burn, because you think that started at WrestleMania. Was that 31 too?
They said 3 years in the making.
So that would have been 32. Yeah, that would have been San Francisco. So that would have been the year after. That would have been, yeah. So that would have been 32 when Ronda and The Rock jumped the barricade and tossed Triple H and Stephanie. So they've kind of been building to this since that point. And now you're not going to get The Rock because Rock's busy. Rock ain't got no time for this. But Kurt's there. Kurt needs a match. Kurt's able-bodied for the most part. He's fine. I mean, he's serviceable. When you have 4 people and you have the spectacle they're going to build around it, you can paint over any shortcomings anyone in that match is going to have, i.e. Ronda, i.e. Kurt. Stephanie, you know, love her, hate her, she knows how to wrestle. She's been in the business for a long time. She'll be able to somewhat help in that match, and then Hunter can pretty much carry that match.
Right.
I mean, I would not doubt that he's going to script that match heavy. I mean, that's going to be a heavily scripted match. Every spot's going to be gone over.
You can't have that many people who are
especially
wishy-washy.
You have him and Kurt. They can script all that and make everybody look good and everything be as safe as possible. So I'm fine with that. Roman versus Brock Lesnar. That was WrestleMania 31, right? When Seth cashed in. So
wasn't it the same one that?
So no, that would
up?
that would be the same one then. See, I thought it was one after. I thought they were different. So the same one where we got Brock versus Roman, and then Seth cashed in is the same the same WrestleMania where Ronda jumped the barricade. So realistically, we've been building 3 years for these finales that are going to happen at WrestleMania 34. And I understand you're not happy with it. I understand, but let's see how it plays out.
Ultimately, whether or not you're happy with it. And a lot of the announcers are trying to frame it like this.
What did Pete Rosenberg say right after?
This is the match we've been waiting for.
The match everyone's been waiting for. Nobody's been waiting for this.
You know, it kind of eventually has to come to an end.
It's the match we all knew was coming, but nobody wanted. But honestly, I think, I don't know if this is what you're saying, but to get the belt back on a full-timer, off Brock, where it's on TV all the time, you can actually have storylines with it. Probably not what you were going to say, but
not exactly.
But to actually have it on a full timer, so you bring more value to the belt, and then you can put it on new people. With Brock holding it, there's only a small number of guys who can take it off Brock. We need that belt to be in the hand of a Finn Balor again, to be in the hand of a Seth, to be in the hand of, I guess, even a Roman. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's
if he has to be the tool to get it back into the hands,
and he is a tool.
To get it in the hands of the Finn Balors and
somebody
what I mean?
else.
Sometimes you got to take your lumps.
Do the ends justify the means? Grades.
Are we talking
pay-per-view? Give it a grade.
I'm with you. They managed to put enough good in there that and honestly, we were laughing the whole time.
We had an awesome time with this. We had an awesome time with it.
As far as like an actual wrestling goes, I'm not even gonna be able to give it a grade because it was like
meh. It was like a B minus.
Right, but as much as I enjoyed it, like I liked it B+ level at least.
I was almost thinking giving it a B+, but my enjoyment partially was because of not how bad certain things went, how predictable.
Yeah.
So realistically, we're taking it as like if I was looking at a pay-per-view, taking how much I actually enjoyed some of the parts.
Right.
Just for being so stupid.
This grade isn't like we're a professional wrestler like
my level of enjoyment
rating.
is like A-, B+, but like the pay-per-view itself was definitely like a B-.
Right.
I wouldn't say a C because it had the first match and the last match had enough. And the middle matches were, like I said, they weren't bad and they weren't great, but they were serviceable enough. And the Ronda Rousey stuff gave it that little bit of
And as short as the women's Elimination Chamber match was, it was still good.
And it did what it needed to do. It built the stories it needed It built the stories it needed to build through it. So I mean, I give it solid B-, B-. Enjoyment level though. Watch this pay-per-view. It's fun. It's a fun time. I mean, it is.
And it definitely gets me psyched for WrestleMania.
I'm pumped for Mania.
It does its job.
I'm pumped for Mania. Exactly. It did its job in building the storylines or starting to develop some storylines more clearly as to where we're going for April 8th.
And I don't know
I keep saying April 8th, which I'm not 100% that it's on April 8th, but I think it's April 8th.
And I know most fans aren't like to the point where we're like, we just accept that Roman's got to happen,
It's an inevitable evil. You know what I mean? And let's just get through it because coming out of it, I think will be better than where we're at going into it. At least for the Universal picture, the Universal.
And we'll get a solid
title
match
picture
out of those two.
Hopefully we will. But either way, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Just hold on to that light, and everything will be all right. Right? Thor and Brian, Baseball Banner. Check out stuff. And we'll see you soon.
Ish.
Deuces.